Hi, I have something to show you here. I'll try to put it up in the light. It's another canning jar, and it has apple pear butter in it. I'm trying to get the light on it just right. It's not working very well. There, that's better. That's a lot better. This has apple pear butter in it. I wanted you to get a good look at the color and the consistency of it. I had apples and pears together, and actually it's apple pear sauce. And if I opened this jar right now, it would still be very fragrant. It still has all the minerals that it once had in it. It still has all the fiber that it had once had in it. It still has all the calories that it once had in it. It does not probably have all the same vitamins that it once had in it. But calories, the flavor might be a little off. Calories and fiber and minerals. And what was the other thing? Anyways, it will keep you from being hungry as well. It will also satisfy hunger. And now that I've shown it to you in the light, and it kind of looks yummy, really, I will turn the lid around and let you see the top of the lid. It says 95AP. That doesn't mean after pierogies or after pizza. That means apple pear, 1995, which means if I've done the math right, this jar of apple pear sauce is 16 years old. Now, I wouldn't necessarily recommend that you eat applesauce or pear sauce that's 16 years old. However, I'm keeping this. I had to kind of insist that I was able to keep this along with my old jar that I just showed you a minute ago of in the Miracle Whip jar video of cabbage soup. I don't know if I can do that justice. This cabbage soup is awesome stuff. I just couldn't let go of it. Now, if I had my shelves full of cabbage soup that I had canned within the last 2 or 3 years, and if I had my shelves full of apple pear sauce, I might toss it out. I might not. But since my shelves are not full of it, and I have not been in physical condition to do that, worst case scenario, this could be awesome. This could really be awesome. I would take this jar and put it in a little pot, and I would add a little bit more brown sugar, a little bit of butter. I would put maybe a little tiny bit of cinnamon in it, maybe some almond extract, some vanilla flavoring extract, whichever, maybe even a little orange, maybe even lemon or rum or something. And I would boil it until it's just a little bit thicker, and then I would get a sweet roll dough recipe, a recipe for sweet rolled dough, and then I would roll it out in rectangles, and I would spoon this. It would then be apple pear butter pretty much after I cooked it and put all that in it. I would spoon this out on top of rectangles about yay big of sweet roll dough, and then I would take some more dough and cut it in strips and crisscross the strips over the top of the dough. Then I would bake it at about 325 to 350 degrees until it was puffy and golden brown, and then I would let it cool, and then I would put buttercream icing on top of that, and it would be wonderful, even 16 years old. That's why I made the peach cobbler, that really, really short video that I had some older peaches that I didn't show the cobbler though, and just showed the peaches in that video. This cabbage soup, I would basically spice it up just a little bit more, heat it completely through, let it boil for 5 minutes, and serve it with homemade bread rolls and apple pear Danish, which I just made. So if you think in terms of, instead of this being a 16-year-old jar of fruit sauce into being apple pear Danish, it makes it all seem a little more appealing. And this stuff is really awesome on hot biscuits as well. So why did I bother to tell you that story? Because in times of extreme need, warm, fragrant pan full of, this would probably make This has probably made 2 or 3 good-sized Danish, about 10, 11 inches long and about 4 to 5 inches wide. I have done them before. I can fit 3 on a full-size, big-size cookie sheet. And I have made lemon before. Lemon is very good. Apple is very good. Blueberry is excellent. Just about any kind of fruit like that you could do that with. I have some peaches that are quite discolored. I thought I had treated them properly so that wouldn't happen. They are quite old. In a pinch, I would drain those peaches, do something creative with the liquid so it didn't go to waste. You could even throw it in soup. And I would puree the peaches or smash them, put a little red and yellow food coloring in with them, and a little butter and a little brown sugar and maybe a little bit of spice. And then I would make peach butter Danish with those discolored peaches. So try to think, instead of 16-year-old sauce, try to think in terms of apple pear Danish, peach Danish, and what have you. Trying to think of where else I was going to go with that. I guess until I have shelves that are brimming with everything I would like to have, then this is not going in the garbage. I washed these really well under hot soapy water before I brought them out in the light so that the jar would shine and glimmer and look beautiful, even though it's 16 years old. So the knowledge that you have as you continue to practice your skills and as you continue to learn and become more savvy, the knowledge you have can turn a pity party into a real party. You can, if you have a little bit of flour, a little bit of sugar, a little bit of milk, a little bit of yeast, and a little bit of powdered sugar, you can make raised glazed donuts for the whole crowd. You know, that the video has been watched quite a few times on 86 donuts, 86 holes for $3. The reason that I made the video was not so you would know how to make raised glazed donuts, but so you would have that in your mind, so that if an ugly day arrives when you have people who are in a not good frame of mind because of whatever has happened, which we don't have any way of knowing when or what or how, we go from a life of having every possible luxury you could think of to something less than that. Then your knowledge of being able to say, oh, I made a batch of donuts that was fantastic with just a few cheap ingredients in them, and I have all those ingredients in my storage, so we're going to have a raised glazed donut party. And then you could even take a little bit of granulated sugar and put a drop of blue food coloring in it and stir it really good, and the sugar will turn blue. And then you could do whatever other color you wanted, red or green or yellow, whatever. You could make it purple. And so now you have colored sugar that you could sprinkle on your donuts, and the kids would have an absolute riot with all their colored donuts. And you could even tell them, you know, we're going to do this chore for 35 minutes, and then you get to have a donut and you can pick your color. You know, the sales job, I'm trying to help the kids get from. I just think it's going to help morale a lot if you have something up your sleeve. If you have apple pear Danish up your sleeve, or you have peach Danish up your sleeve, or lemon Danish up your sleeve, or strawberry or whatever. If you have strawberry jam, you can turn that into strawberry Danish. If you have buy a jar of raspberry jam. I'm sorry, my voice is really bad. If you buy a jar of raspberry jam, whatever you have, if you can do something magic with it, then everyone will be better off for it. I'm not articulating this very well, so I think I'm going to stop right here because that is a long video, almost 10 minutes. God bless your efforts to prepare. Make a list and check it twice so you can eat more than just beans and just rice. You can eat Danish, you can eat raised glazed donuts, you can eat cookies, you can have muffins, you can have cabbage soup if you want it. God bless you. Bye.